This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman.
And I'm Juan González, back from vacation. Welcome to all of our listeners and viewers around the country and around the world.
And Juan, it's great to have you back from Puerto Rico. Their loss is our gain. So yesterday, though, you went to the funeral of Bill Lynch here in New York. For those who might not know who he is, can you talk about who Bill Lynch is?
Well, Bill Lynch was really an icon of the progressive Democrats of New York City now for more than 30 years. He was the behind-the-scenes guy who organized campaigns and trained political candidates. And at the memorial service at the Riverside Church, which was packed, hundreds of people, and included all the luminaries of New York politics, and also both Bill and Hillary Clinton, as well as Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Congressman Rangel. It was Winston Marsalis played Amazing Grace at the funeral. It was an emotional farewell to a figure who really burst on the scene in 1989 when he masterminded the political campaign of David Dinkins as the first African-American mayor in New York City, but who also was constantly putting forward progressive candidates. His most recent candidate in this mayoral race was John Liu, probably the most progressive of all the candidates, and he helped Liu become city controller 4 years ago. And
also was involved with President Mandela of South Africa.
Yes, and he organized the trip of Nelson Mandela to New York City shortly after Mandela got out of jail. So he's been a major figure, but always a behind-the-scenes person. He was never in the limelight, but always nurturing young African Americans, Latinos, Asians, and progressive whites to run for political office in New York City.
So both Clintons were there?
Yes, and to see both Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton sitting side by side, where they don't always get along.
What did Al Sharpton say about the Clintons?
Sharpton at one point said was recognizing all the dignitaries, and he said, and I want to welcome President Clinton and her husband Bill, as the crowd laughed, indicating what Sharpton expects to be the future.
Bill Lynch was clearly a hard worker. Len Riggio, who is the founder of Barnes & Noble, talked about him.
Yeah, Len Riggio was a good friend of his, and he remarked at one point that Lynch called him on a cell phone one day, urging him to provide financial backing to a Democrat running for the state Senate. And Riggio hears an ambulance in the background. He says, "Bill, get out of the way in your car, let the ambulance go by." And Lynch says, "I can't, I'm in it." and he says, "What are you doing in the ambulance? I'm on my way to the hospital." And he says, "Well, why are you calling me on your cell phone?" He said, "I had nothing else to do while I'm waiting to get to the hospital." That's the kind of worker Bill Lynch was. He'll be sorely missed. A decent person, a humble person, and a great